Buck, unless you've developed X-ray vision, I suggest you try opening one of those books. There are words inside, you know.
Look, doll, you know this ain't my bag. I'm better out there, where the action is.
I swear to God, Buck, if you call me doll one more time, I'm going to tell everyone how you wet your pants that time in Shanghai. My name is Virginia. Or if you keep this up, you can tell...
Mister, I caught this young man trying to undress one of the mannequins. A cave woman, to be precise. I know the young man has been of some value to the anthropology department. However, should I catch him up to mischief again, I will have to tell the curator.
I just want to bring gift to Virginia. Clothes pretty.
What have I told you about taking things without asking?
Cater ask how much money, man tell me not for sale, so I take.
He's got you there. I just wish things worked the way that you see the world, Kator.
You see what I've got to put up with?
At least the boy was raised by apes, though it does seem most men choose to act as though they were.
Am I included in that group, Helga?
Danny!
At times, Mr. Dare, at times. Miss Dare, I leave you as appointed zookeeper.
So what's my beloved baby brother doing here?
I heard you and Buck were getting ready to head out again. My editor thought one of your adventures would be perfect for making up for sagging sales. So where to this time?
Brazil, it looks like.
I bring him with me to help with research, and the only thing I get him to read all day is my notes.
All these ancient writings and I choose yours. And you're upset by that.
You've got to admit, sis, it is sort of an underhanded compliment.
It's underhanded, all right. Can I at least trust you to send a wire to Doc Goldbuck?
If it will get me out of here, I'll swim to England and deliver it personally.
There's just one thing I need to add. I managed to translate a little bit of details out of that last book. It doesn't make much sense to me, but maybe Doc can figure out something about the eye and the reptiles.
You're right. That doesn't make any sense.
How many times has one of Virginia's little tidbits pulled your fat out of the fire?
You're right there. A lot of what she learns doesn't make any sense until you step on that wrong floor tile and the walls start closing in. That's why she's such a doll.
Just for that, take Cater with you.
But...
Go. You go with him, Danny. Somebody has to keep the peace. I'm going to pack.
Sorry about the turbulence, folks. The trade winds are wonderful for sailors, but they are a little bit less friendly to the airline passengers.
We going to fall from sky.
Don't worry, kid. It's 1939. Flying in a DC-3 is safer than walking down the street. I mean, look at him.
If you look on the right side, you will see the village of Bleem. We will be landing just a few miles away. Those of you getting off will be able to catch the bus from there to the village.
What a dump.
Well, I have to admit, I doubt I'll be able to find any fine French restaurants or a good opera to attend.
You know, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, everybody, grab your luggage, and I'll find out when that bus gets here.
I say, wouldn't you rather arrive in style?
Doc Gold. I know I said as soon as you can, but how'd you beat us here?
I was in the neighborhood, you might say. I'd gone to the island of Dominica to try some temperature tests on that diving suit you wanted. I figured Boiling Lake could be just the ticket. What I hadn't realized was that the Blighters have not yet built a road anywhere near it. I was about to give up and head back to jolly old England when Egan forwarded your wire to me. I hopped on the first aeroplane out of Rousseau, and here I am. I ran into this rather unpleasant chap who happened to have a car for rent. Said it was a spare he inherited after the crowds who brought it in had a run-in with some local river pirates.
Couldn't have happened to nicer guys.
Yes, I keep half expecting to wake up one morning to find me and half of London bombed to death.
How do you wake up when you are dead?
Just a turn of phrase, lad. I can hardly expect you to understand. I mean, what with Americans trying to teach you proper English? They hardly speak it right themselves.
Coming from a man who spends more time speaking in Latin than his native language, I'll not take that as an insult.
Virginia, my dear, Lovely as always. And I see your brother has come along again. Perhaps he'll give a kinder review of my electromagnetic dischargement apparatus than he did on my personal elevation alteration device.
This one won't try to squash me against the ceiling, will it?
No. Let me show you what this does. You might want to stand back a bit.
Was that entirely necessary?
Don't worry, Virginia. It's not like the Amazon's gonna run out of trees anytime soon. Even if Doc has a lightning gun.
That's what they said about buffalo in the Great Plains. All the scientists now are saying they'll soon be extinct.
I've told you it's an electromagnetic dischargement apparatus. Lightning gun indeed.
Don't worry. I'm sure as long as you don't point it at him, Danny will give your lightning gun a better review than your hover disk.
And that was a personal elevation alteration device that the throttle just happened to stick in the upward position. All aboard? Tally-ho, then. I left a man named Jose Ortiz in charge of our gear. Nice chap.
It looked better in the air.
Smelled better, too.
Kator-like. Remind Kator of home.
You guys head on in and start arranging things. I'll see if I can find some locals to help load the gear onto the boat.
Hola, señorita. You look like you could use a big, strong man.
This is Manuel Fiorito, the gentleman I rented the car from.
My friends call me Manny. It would be an honor if you would do the same, señorita.
Go on, guys. Daylight's burning. I'm a big girl. I'll supervise the loading from here. Jose, here's a list of things we forgot. See if you can find any of them locally.
But...
She says she's a big girl. If there's one thing I've learned, that means no amount of reason is going to change your mind. Come on.
All right, now, Manny, how much do you and your men want for loading the boat?
Miguel, start loading the boat while the señorita and I discuss a price. That is a lot of gear. What brings a fine lady such as yourself to Belim?
But shouldn't we agree on a price before your men start working?
No, we are a poor people. Surely whatever we ask will be nothing to a rich American girl like you.
You think just because I'm an American that I'm rich?
No. I think you are rich because you smell so good. Think a little girl like you can take a big man like me? You think Manny is so weak?
No, I'm going to leave that to a little boy. I think he's learned his lesson, haven't you, Manny?
Si, señorita. You will have no more trouble for me. Come on, boys. You will hear from me again.